Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Fogelson, and I will be talking to you today about my experience as an intern at the Desert Marigold School's Biodynamic Garden. This school was first established in 1994 as a kindergarten and is now a thriving K through 12 school where all of the grades are together on this 13-acre campus. As a Waldorf school, it is governed by anthroposophy, which is a philosophy that was founded by Rudolf Steiner, the founder of Waldorf schools. Rooted in German idealism and German mysticism, it is understood that through the study of natural sciences and the application of imaginative, intuitive, and intellectual faculties, spiritual development is allowed to take place. It is even in the school's mission that by addressing the heads, hearts, and hands of the children, this growth is allowed to take place. Students are encouraged to be lifelong learners and sovereign over their motivation and discipline. I see it in the garden that resilient individuals are being created based on the freedom and authority that they are given. My main projects and responsibilities as an intern there is working with the children. So all the classes, save the high school, have at least one day out in the garden. I love helping with these classes because I'm getting experience with ages ranging from first grade through eighth grade. We also tend to the plants and animals, so a lot of classes have their own garden beds, but there are also other garden beds that are specifically kept in order to produce for the farmers market. So I help out with those. I also help out with the animals. Just kind of like supplemental animal care because the sixth graders actually take care of the chicken coop, but there's also goats and sheep and a pig. There's fish and ducks and baby chicks now. It's a very alive campus. As you see here on the screen, this is one of the natural building projects that the eighth graders are working on. This is going to be outdoor seating for the outdoor kitchen, which is just off screen. And once all 5 of these benches are complete, they'll be covered in concrete so that they will create benches for circular tables. The Mad Hatter Tea Party fundraiser is held every year to fund certain things for the garden. So this year I attended as the tea fairy, where I poured tea for a few hours, and it was a beautiful fundraiser. And the ticket sales were collected to put toward a pagoda, which is a shade structure that will be put over these benches. This is actually a photo from the tea party. And as you see, I'm wearing a tutu, and that's my nephew, and we are inside the Hobbit house, which is a naturally built structure. And it feels so good. It's really beautiful. And I've learned a lot already. Not necessarily concrete lessons. I've definitely learned concrete lessons. I've learned a lot about gardening and animal care and biodynamics. But the ones that I find are the most valuable are here on screen. Being kind is really important, not only to the earth and to others, but to yourself. And a part of that kindness is by going slow. And so this is a kind of a safe haven in a fast-moving society where you can slow down, connect with the earth, connect with your students and the faculty. Reusing is a huge part of biodynamics. If you are stripping the chicken wire off of a poorly built bench, then you can make chicken wire baskets within which you can plant things to protect it from gophers. I also really love the deepened communication skills and sense of beneficial interdependencies that has been a daily practice for me there. Communication is very important, it's very constant, and understanding how things are related and connect to each other is also a part of my job. So my dislikes, not too many, but one of them, this is where the kindness is withheld, probably in the only place in the garden is where kindness is withheld, is the gophers. We have a huge gopher problem. They're just taking all the food and just destroying the garden and creating even holes that are becoming safety hazards. So as you see here in this photo, this is a biodynamic approved, in a way, gopher poison, basically. So as you see on the right, those are castor beans that when you crack them open, the seeds themselves are very poisonous. And This is my supervisor, Bobby. She takes a stick of juicy fruit, chews it just enough to make it sticky, splits it, and then she can make two separate gopher traps. The flavor and the smell attracts them, and it stops their digestive system. It's kind of hard for me as a vegetarian, but I understand that everything else is allowed to live, and they are really quite a pest. Waking up early is a little hard, but it probably won't be as hard once it starts warming up because it's getting a little too warm by 11 a.m. And in order to get a lot of work done, you just need to rise with the sun. And probably the biggest issue on the garden is just lacking the proper time and manpower to complete projects in a timely manner. Bobby has her finger in at least 5 pies at a time and is always hoping that the parents will come and assist, but there's a lot of work days where she's just alone and doing as much as she can without the assistance that she needs. But my likes far outweigh the dislikes. I love working with my hands and feet in the earth, getting the dirt under my nails and my toenails. As you see in this photo, I'm making adobe with my feet. I love connecting with the women on campus, the mothers, the teachers. They're all so open and there and present for the children, and I love being a part of that community. I love connecting with the children through class time, especially since I'm seeing myself moving toward a career in teaching. It just came naturally, and especially with this experience, it's really encouraged me to continue on that route because it gives me so much fulfillment. I'm learning about animal care and gardening, when to plant things, how to co-plant so things can grow together and support each other and protect each other. It's basically systems thinking is what biodynamics is. And so it's really wonderful to have this real world, very natural application of what we've learned in sustainability. Every day is different, which is amazing. I love showing up every day. We're doing something different. We're feeling different about it, and it keeps it fresh. And it really is a haven every time I arrive. As soon as I pull up onto campus, it feels slower and it feels better. Looking forward, so as you see here, this is a little more advanced, but it's the same principle of having a circular opening in a gate. It's called a moon gate. And that is one of the projects that I am really motivated to getting a good amount of work put toward before my semester is over. This moon gate will enclose the outdoor kitchen area and protect it from the parking lot and make it a little more give it more of a presence, because currently it's a bit disregarded. A lot of people will just zoom through the parking lot, kick up dust onto the area, and because it's still in development. So hopefully we can get the welder who's going to create the frame out soon so we can start putting the bales and the mud up and have a beautiful garden to really enclose and protect the garden space. I've learned a lot already, and it's definitely shifted a lot of my desires. Before this internship, I wanted to immediately build an earthship with my partner out on some land, and that's kind of changed because I've already started practicing natural building, and I can see how I can apply natural building to projects rather than an entire house to fulfill that natural building bug that I have. But also, this school made it so apparent to me how much I love community and how nourishing it is to have this community. And living off grid isn't necessarily conducive for that unless you have people come out with you. So I'm in no rush for that. That's definitely slowed down that dream. I'm really fascinated by anthroposophy, and I'd like to study it more for my own self and for my future children. I've made new friends and connections, and I actually plan on coming back next year to be the tea fairy for the tea party because I had so much fun doing it. And through my studies in sustainability, I've learned that I want to raise awareness about sustainability, but didn't really know how. I thought maybe I'd just do it through art. I don't necessarily want a technical, corporate, super professional job. I'm a lot more down to earth and focused on my inner development and the inner development of those around me. So I found through this experience that teaching is actually a very effective way of raising awareness for sustainability, especially because you're raising the new generation with a new sense of reverence and awareness. So that is it for me. And it's been amazing. And I really can't wait to see what the rest of the semester holds.